Yenge. I'm waiting to see me. The music's gonna start. Again, I don't own the rights to the music. It's only for this channel and no for the redistribution of any kind. Yenge, Luvuvamu, Yala, Hallelujah, Kimbuna Tatanzambi, Hallelujah. Yenge, Salama, Betwabu, Dumalang, Away Nusiemi Kambo Tekembo, if it's Tusikamene, if it's where you are, is not for all of you in the morning. Kokwisi Yambote, welcome once again to another video. And I know I'm gonna get to people's messages. I've been fortunate to talk to some people lately. I'm aware of the struggles of some people are going through right now, and I'm going to give you some input. The Mwanda, because I know this struggle is with me. The struggle with everybody that's dealing with the fact that the powers that be are not happy with what we say. Okay. Contrary to what people don't understand is those of you who are still believing in what you're being shown on the media, or even they'll say that even my stuff on YouTube or whatever, that it's all about portraying an image of the world for those who don't want you to know what's going on. Okay. So then when the people of us who start to figure things out, you're going to be the enemy. Okay. Because the world is going to continue to go with what the crowd has been told. And that's why we always say, Kusu Kongo Fumu he made it very clear that you cannot follow the crowd. You have to follow the narrow road. And this is also in Second Ezra's, where he talks about The wide is that's when they said the wide is the road that leads to destruction, narrow is the road that leads to salvation. The problem is you have a group of people who have been convinced by those who have been lying that they are the ones that are on the narrow road. Okay? So essentially, this is why when the scriptures talk about wolves in sheep's clothing, that's what they are. A wolf in sheep's clothing is going to convince you that you're on the narrow path when you are on the road that leads to destruction. That's what the secret societies are all about. That's why, even when people talk about how they're coming out of religion and then they're talking about Cometicism, it's like, no, religion is what brought us into Egypt. Now you're going to leave religion and go back to Egypt. That makes no sense. This is what the secret society's new agenda is. Oh, we're bringing you out of the man-made religions and right back to Kemetism. But that's still the same. Okay? It's like, no, if you're going to wake up to who you are, you don't go back to Ra. You leave Ra completely. Because Ra is who the secret societies work for. Ra is what religions are preaching. As the Ra, Jupiter, whatever you want to call him, okay, the God of Christianity is Ra. So then you don't want to leave Christianity and go back to Ra, but just because it's not called Christianity anymore. Okay? This is the dilemma that we're faced with, leaving the lies of the heathen. You don't then go back to the lies of the Hamitic tribes. Okay? It's like, no, they're never, I said, there's only two beliefs. There's the Most High's way and there's Lucifer's way. And Lucifer is all about bringing his deception to the Hamitic tribes. That's what he did with Canaan and all of them. Okay? So then when we talk about what's going on in the world today, it's because you are worshiping the God of Canaan and not the God of Abana and of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but you're made to think the opposite. You're worshiping the Canaanite gods and not the gods of the 12 tribes. But you're going to say, no, I'm not. This is all it is. Okay? That's why when I talk to people in the Eastern Orthodox churches, they look at the Western, you people don't know what's going on. We've been fighting. See, when they talk about the protest, the Eastern Orthodox Christians were fighting against Rome before there was even a Martin Luther. Okay? The problem is, so were we. The Banabetu of Isolele, so were we. And that's the part that's missing. The Bakongo people who knew what Rome was doing, we were also fighting. Who knew what Gog was doing, we were also fighting. But they erased that from the history books. Okay? This is the problem. Because they know, for those who started these beliefs, that this was the intent of, they were under the false pretenses, as they call it. They were under false pretenses of the fact that the devil never wanted to lose his advantage. That it was always about keeping the inheritance away from the chosen people. Okay? Or taking it away. That was the whole agenda from the beginning. Okay? So the world that has been designed that you're facing today is to make it look like you're just here to do your part and then die. And then you go wherever you believe you're going to go based upon what you've been taught. Okay? And of course, there are those who blatantly say, no, we know we worship the devil. But then there's the part that they don't understand, the masquerade. The world's problem is the masquerade. Okay? So when we talk about the objective and the things that are happening in this world today is because the thief is going to start being exposed more and more to where he has nothing but left but to actually show he played you. But the world at this point in time doesn't see that yet. They don't see themselves. See, the whole concept of receiving the Holy Spirit, according to what the Most High was teaching his people, is it will make you see who you are as a person, as a whole, and then you make the change to go the opposite. This is what the Holy Spirit is meant to do. It is meant to show you who you are spiritually and then make the change. Well, the problem is, okay, this could only be done through the people he chose. And this is why he said, my people, that's why he said in Isaiah 1, he said, my people are clueless to what I'm doing this for. They don't understand that this whole concept that I have done is to undo the lies of the enemy and show the world that they are deceived, that they're listening to the wrong spirits, and they're playing them for pawns and suckers because they need to survive. It's about their survival. As far as the way they're dead gods that need to keep alive. Okay? That's why when he said, I am the living God, it means that I need nothing to help me live. I am always alive. Nothing, I am not nothing. I don't require anything to keep me alive. But what I did was to create people who help the world be alive in spirit and physical. So it's more than just about seeing things as walking around living, but also spiritual awareness of life. Okay? And that's why he said this is the part the devil tries to mimic, but he can't. Because he is the God of death. Completely. But he will make you, he will do his line, signs, and wonder, okay, to do that. Okay? That's why you walk past Satan every day and you don't even know you just walk past him. Because the world has been conditioned not to see certain things. But then you will say when something bad happens to you, oh, that's Lucifer, or that's Satan. That's not always true. That's the problem. The Christian mentality has been conditioned to that. Okay? So has Islam, Judaism, all of these things. Even in the other religions, they have their good and bad gods. They really do. The good and bad spirits. They have this in other religions. They do have this. You go study Buddhism, they have the good gods and the bad gods right there. They did the same thing in the Greek and Romans, everything. Okay? That good God, that good cop, bad cop scenario has been around for a long time. But what the people who run the world has made you believe is an evolutionary concept that started from people who were not coherent animals, like apes. When what they're laughing about is that's mocking the lineage of Inseta and the original people. Because Cain hates Adam and Eve. You don't understand this. Cain, he hates Tata Adama and Mama Eva. So he's going to tell you, you evolved from apes. That's how much he hates them. Okay? But the world ain't going to understand that. That's where the evolution stuff comes from. And then they turn it into this millions and billions and stuff so that you don't see Cain. He erased himself. You don't see Lucifer the right way. He's telling you half truth with half lies. So then you're operating on the pretext that the knowledge that people are giving to you is not damaging your soul. That's the problem. Okay? And that's where, as Banabeto of Isolele, this is where we continue to fall as the Most High's chosen people. because he says you're not understanding the whole concept of why I did what I did, because you're only seeing it your way. That is why when Masindisi said, let a man of understanding be among you. You're not going to convince a Christian that they're not feeding the lost sheep if they don't even see who the lost sheep are. This is the thing. The same thing with the whole concept with Islam is their focus on Muhammad and Allah. When they're missing the complete concept is that the Masindisi said, where are you feeding my sheep? Oh, this guy was just a prophet. He wasn't. No, that's the concept. The devil don't ever want to see the sheep fed. When he was there listening to Kuso Kongo talk, to Peep Kepa and all of the Balangoki, the disciples, he said, what did he tell him? Feed my sheep. So then what he did with the Christians, he said, I'm going to make you think that you are when you aren't. What he did with Judaism is like, I'm rejecting this people altogether, so we don't even see this guy. We are the temple. Then what he did with Islam is he said, oh, Muhammad is your prophet and Allah. You're not feeding that, but you're coming, but see, you're listening to an Arab descendant. Muhammad was not of the bloodline. This is the problem. Muhammad was not the descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob at all. He was the descendant of Ishmael. So he cannot be, he is a Gentile. He's a pagan. He's from the cut off lineages. Okay? So this is where people aren't understanding this concept. The world has a Luciferian problem because he is lying about the bloodline. Okay? But then when you find out the bloodline, what the bloodline is, he's still running interference from the things that he has changed in this world. See, that's why when you go talk to the Buddhists and say, hey, that's still Lucifer, they're not going to believe you. That's still the fallen ones. When you go to Hinduism, hey, that's still the idiot that said he didn't want to bow down to Adama. Okay? This is the whole issue. And all these different, even the Native Americans don't understand. These, what they're calling coyote is what the Christians brought them. Okay? Whatever the trickster was or whoever he was, he turned himself into the Christ that the Christians are praying to. It is all going back to Cain. Okay? So when we look at the whole concept of salvation, okay, it makes it very clear. Salvation has to come through what? The Most High's chosen people. Well, this is where the devil deceived the whole world. You're getting salvation through everybody but the chosen people. Because the chosen people don't even know who they are anymore. I erased it. But that was a curse from the Most High in the scriptures where he said in Hosea 4:6, you reject me, I reject you. So if the Most High rejected his people, then who is your God? Lucifer. And what is Lucifer going to do? Oh, I'm better than the Most High. This is how it goes. This is how you learn to be the best. No, he cannot teach you that. Okay? He cannot teach you that. How can he teach you the Most High's way when he is the opposite? This is where the confusion, why people don't understand the Bible and how to read it the right way, is because the hypocrite is teaching you how to learn the Bible. It's not possible. See, the Messiah is not the hypocrite, but they have convinced you you're following the one who wasn't the hypocrite when you're following the one who's the hypocrite. This is the whole upside down construct. Okay? Because those who have wealth want to keep it that way. They don't want to lose what they have. It's like, no, you're good. Now we're at the period where it's like everything that you work for will be taken from you. Where did you have accountable for what you were supposed to do? This is what you're faced with when you die. And they're not telling you that. You see? Doing good for people, even the Messiah said, hey, the heathens know how to do good things, but they're doing it for whose benefit? Jupiter, Zeus, okay? So then they're always what? They're always feeding, they're doing good for the benefit of the dead God so he can get more power to keep them dumbed down. Okay? The knowledge of the Creator makes you both spiritually and mentally intelligent to where they will know the difference between the God who made the tree of good and the God who became the tree of good and evil. Lucifer always pumps up that the tree of knowledge of good and evil is what freed humanity from their ignorance. Okay, and they don't understand that this is how he preaches to the people he's put in these trances. He's always the yoga goat god with his eyes going like this, spinning, okay, as if he's like, oh yeah, he's all hum the mantra with his eyes spinning. That's why he's the Looney Tune goat god. And he's sending out these waves of energy saying, oh yeah, he's got the whole, this is how it's done. People don't even know what they're doing when they're practicing yoga. That the way they've been taught by the Indians, they're talking to us, to the Baphomet, doing, okay? So a lot of these poses that they gave them is opening up their third eye illegally. And you're going to see what's going to happen because of that. Many people, and then they say, oh no, all that third eye stuff is wicked. No, it's not. Why? Because that's why the Messiah said, if you internalize in your eye, it becomes dark. That means you have a spiritual eye that's turning dark. When you see too many things that the Most High is not for. But then he said, if you internalize all the things that are light and are of the goodness, then you will shine. So that means you have spiritual connections inside of you. But what the stupid goat God's going to make you say is that don't exist. Okay? And or if it does, it's Luciferian. It's because then you see him. See, the wizard must stay invisible to the people he didn't show himself to. I had a brother that told me about this in a vision. Yeah, he don't want you to see. I know this. The wizard don't, if you catch the wizard, he's going to make it look like you didn't see him. Oh, no, you don't see me. And if you saw him, how did this happen? He's not one of mine. The only people that can see him are those that work for him, his apprentices. But then they're supposed to say, poof, I'm not here. Even though all on television they're talking about wizards and they make you think it's a good thing. No. Witches and wizards are never good. Oh, but they made it look so nice. Oh, yeah. You're crazy? They don't work for the Most High. Okay? But they're going to make you think that they do. Many of them that are very powerful. Or that they don't exist. Okay? It's not about believing. It's about the fact that you gotta know there's a spell in order to break it. If you don't even know there's a spell, then you're never gonna break it. This is what the devil has done to the world. You don't see the spell, so you don't think there's anything to break. Everything's fine. It's like the Jedi mind trick. You don't see me. Everything's fine. Okay, the same. That's what they did with that whole concept in the mockery Star Wars. You had the good side and the bad side. The good side is trying to wake you up to the bad side. The bad side trying to bring you over to the bad side, but you don't see it. You see the good side is bad and all that stuff. This whole dichotomy of how they're playing that out. Okay, the yin and the yang concept. But see, in Shaitani's world, he is both playing the good cop and the bad cop. But you don't see that the good cop is still the bad cop. And in the Most High's world, he's just playing the good guy, period. But he has justice for those who do wicked. Okay? So it makes him look bad when in reality, no, you disobeyed. But see, that's the concept that was going on with the people like the Sanhedrin. They were playing good cop, bad cop, like as if they weren't the bad guy. And then that's why Masinus is like, no, you people are wicked. And you're out here acting like hold on a second. I know he's struggling. I have to decline it. 1 second. Hold on. Sorry. Hey, Sammy, brother, give me a few minutes. I'm working on something, and I'll get back to you. Bring it over. All right. So the whole understanding about spirituality and dealing with a spiritual battle and how you're dealing with demonic entities is access. You're giving access to something you shouldn't, or you're denying access to something you should. And this is the whole concept that the world doesn't understand is everything is about access. This is why they even talk about it in their mockery that they made in the computer. Okay? When it comes to the Banabetu of Isolide, you are being corrupted and you're getting a junk drive. So I'm going to do the computer concept. It's like this. When you follow the Most High in spirit and in truth, your computer is running virus free, just like when they have the things. The Maleki Congo act like virus blockers. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. You can't touch this guy. Okay? The concept is the gatekeeper mentality they're thinking that they're keeping people away from their world as if they're doing the greater good mentality. Oh, no, we don't want our world. But what you have done is the enemy's already inside, but he's mocking like you have him outside. The Most High's concept is I am never the enemy, okay? But your job is to keep the enemy outside and don't let him in. So when you talk about like my position as a watchman, this is the role that we do, looking for the virus that could come and infiltrate the sheep that's protected. You know, when you're a shepherd, it's like I'm on the lookout for the wolves. And I gotta have my I gotta have ready to bust them. Boom, okay, boom, we're fighting. Okay, get out of here. Okay, so this is the concept when he says you have a wolf in sheep clothing. You have this person coming up. Hey, I'm one of you guys. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, no, I'm not. I said, wait a minute. Do we know this guy? Have you seen him before? It's when you are convinced that the person you just met that's coming into the environment is now one of us. It's like, no, he's not one of us, but you just, that's the concept when the Messiah said, I am sending you among wolves in sheep clothing, and you must be wise as a serpent and innocent as a dove, because you treat the sheep with kindness and you coddle them, but then you be stern when they're disobedient, when they need to be checked. But if you're going to be stern with them, then you yourself better make sure you're walking the right path. You got to be stern, just like your parents are. Hey, I see you over there. What are you doing? When you have children, you're like, hey, what are you doing? I see you. What's going on? Oh, I'm not doing nothing. Okay. This is the whole concept of, are you up to something with mischief, or are you see? But see, the concept is the wolf in sheep clothing is always up to no good. I'm sneaking, ting, 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 like they do in the cartoons. Sneaking. I'm sneaking in the back door. I'm sneaking. Okay, I'm doing whatever it takes. I'm robbing you, but you don't see me. It's like when you go and you see these people that go and they have like you go and you see those like Ocean's 11 and stuff like that movies. You're coming in and you're pretending to be something, but then you have the objective. You're robbing the place because you're like an insider. Okay. So the wolf in sheep's clothing is the person who's trying to get himself to become the insider, and then he's going to come start spreading misinformation. And the sheep are sitting there like, huh? But our shepherd said, no, no, no. See, this is what he really meant. Okay? You're living in a world where now that's the normal mentality. It's always about spreading misinformation, but you don't see it. So the cancer or the virus, as they want to keep talking about, you're always infected when you're talking to the wrong side. Okay? And so for Banabeto of Isolele, that corrupts us to where you're no longer registering. It's like I talk about, I said, you got rustled, but you don't know that. Like, the cattle rustler. That's why really, when they talk about cattle ranching and all that, that's Baal. He's the cattle rancher. And what he has done is he has rustled the sheep of the Most High, but they lied about it. You're born into the world. That's what the gatekeepers are for. The gatekeeper's job is to make sure you don't understand you were rustled. And to tell the world, hey, everything's fine, nothing to see here, the neuralizer effect that they're doing in Men in Black, nothing to see here, everything's good. Why are these people having all these problems? Oh, no, see, they're from this and they're giving up stories. Oh, they come from here and they, this is their culture and all this other stuff. And oh, yeah, it's a made up story. Okay? Oh, and so when you go to school and you start to question, what is this that I'm learning? Oh, no, you see, you need this for the job. You need this and that's the whole thing. The system is already in place where everybody in front of you is going about their business. They're going about their daily lives. They're going to their church. They're going to the synagogue. They go wherever they go. And you're busy raising children. You're busy doing this. You're trying to keep, and then you see people who are getting themselves and they're living in environments where they're getting abused, where bad things are happening to them, and the cops are out there. Yeah, we're trying to keep this. We're trying to help y'all. Why is it so overwhelming to them nowadays? Why are cops losing? They claim, man, the police. No, the problem is you are trying to guard something from evil, okay, when evil is the one that sent you to go do it. But they're saying, no, we're good. No, we're the good guys. No, you're not the good guys. You're the hypocrites. Okay? That's the whole concept with people who were rulers, people who are leaders, people who are doing all these different things, is that they serve the hypocrite, but you don't know that. That's how it was with Nimrod. That's how it was with the pharaohs. That's how it was with all of these people in the Chinese emperors, all these different people. Okay, but there were those who were used by the Most High to achieve certain things that He wanted done in order to keep things in order on His earth. Like what happened when we got freed from Babylon. No, they didn't like it, but we had to go. Okay. Now, what the problem has become for the last 2,000 plus years is the wolf in sheep's clothing is running the show. Hold on 1 second. I got to go open it. So what is happening is the wolf in sheep clothing is controlling the world. So now everything you do is for the wolf in sheep clothing. But the wolf, this is why they did this mockery in the Red Riding Hood. You are the sacrifice for the wolf in sheep clothing. So it's like this. The imposters are telling you how to live, and you're believing them. The hypocrites are telling you how to live, and you are believing them. Okay? The hypocrites and those who lie and those who are in deception, okay? Sorry. It's okay. You didn't know. The hypocrites are telling you, go see the doctor. The hypocrites are telling you, go to church. The hypocrites are telling you, go do this, go do that. Okay? So then when the person who comes along, who is actually working for the one who wasn't a hypocrite, now you the bad guy. This is what it means when it says, woe, and I'll get to the scripture. It says, woe unto those who call good evil and evil good. So now, the reason why you're struggling to open people's eyes when it comes to what we're telling people is we are the ones who said, wait a minute. Our teacher is the hypocrite. And now we see it. Okay? But the rest of the world is saying, no, you're crazy. That's not the hypocrite. You lost your mind. Something is off with you. We were never following the hypocrite. I think you got it yourself mixed up. It's because that's how that trance works. Okay? The maybe spell is going to say to the person that has been, because they put, let me tell you what goes on. Okay? All the people who write books or they publish them and they come from publishing houses or when they come from all these different things, they're never going to tell you that it's coming with sorcery on it. They have rooms for this. Okay? So in many cases, for those of us who can be hypnotized, this is why I said weak-minded. That's why I said when you're weak-minded, you will be hypnotized. When you are strong-minded, you're going to have to be convinced. Okay, I'm not buying it. You need to show me what you're talking about. Those are the people that are dangerous to the people who are trying to put people under hypnosis. Okay? This is why they created a world where where you don't see that you're born under hypnosis already from those who are following the wolves in sheep's clothing. So when it comes to the nations, that's exactly how they were being ruled for generations. But our people were with the one who was not like that. But we rejected him several times, and we did it again. In 1485, we went with the hypocrite. No, we're not. And see, that was the concept. What did Masindisi say? If you reject me, it's going to be worse for you than Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay? If you reject the truth or the covenant or the wisdom, okay? And I'm gonna share my screen. And see, this is why people think that we have lost our minds, because see, they have trained, the wolf in sheep clothing has trained his ministers to pay attention to those who are trying to expose them. And they have people who are in place already to watch. This is why you're really called the watchers. The watchers are set up to see anybody this is what the matrix really is. It's like I'm looking for the glitch, which means I'm looking for the one that's here to expose the wolf in sheep clothing. So technically, the Banabetu Visolele awakening, you are the glitch in the matrix that's causing it to flicker because it is a program. The more you open the eyes, the fake reality goes away, the real reality comes into view. And then you're going to see exactly how deceived you really are. The more people believe in the wizard, the stronger the delusion. The less the people believe in the wizard, especially because, see, like I told you, it's not about the other nations. He needs the silence of the lambs to continue. Those who are the greatest threat to him, they got to be stupid. They got to stay dumbed down. They can't know who they are. The real identity, the truth. That's why he wants people to keep rejecting Congo. Okay? Because when you stop rejecting Congo, he comes into view. Oh, they see me. Oh, no. Okay? So he's going to keep putting it out there. No, Congo's bad. No, Congo doesn't exist. Zing, 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 with his wand. Congo's the bad guy. I'm the good guy. Zing, see, that guy's he's teaching you wickedness. This is the role of the people who know that the Kemetic belief was Lucifer and Nsemu's belief was Congo. Okay? Once you understand that Congo is the most powerful and almighty God of all, is when the true manifestation of power will now expose the wizard that you didn't see and expose the witches. Because see, this is what kills, they know what kills the witches and the wizards is Congo. Okay? So when he says in Isaiah 5:20, he says, woe unto those who call good evil and evil good, who change darkness into light and light into darkness, who change bitter into sweet and sweet into bitter. So fast forward over to what Paolo says in Corinto. What did he say? If you follow another teaching, another Messiah, another way, this is exactly what you're going to be doing. You're going to be changing good into evil and evil into good. And that was why Simon the sorcerer was so dangerous, because this is exactly what he was about. Simon the sorcerer was about this right here. I'm going to call good evil and evil good, and you're going to pay me for it. Okay? That's the whole, but see, he was Lucifer. He was the wolf in sheep's clothing in disguise. You don't see me. I blend in. I'm the chameleon. You don't. I'm blending. I'm blending. I'm in the background. You don't see me. I disappear. Abracadabra. I'm gone. You don't see me. Okay? That's when people say the greatest the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was proving the world he didn't exist. No, his greatest trick he ever pulled was tricking the world he was the creator and the creator was him. That's his greatest trick. And that's how he made himself disappear. When he convinced the world that he was the creator and the creator was him, then he vanished behind the scenes as if you didn't see him. You don't see me. I'm blended. I'm blended. You don't know who's who. Okay? This is the whole concept of what Isaiah is saying. He's saying, you are under Baal. So now you're calling good evil and evil good. You are now changing. And this is what Eliah was saying to the people who are worshiping Baal. You're either going to serve the God of light or the God of darkness. You can't do both. Pick one side or the other. This is our struggle in Babylon. This is our struggle in the land. We're trying not to serve the God of darkness, that people don't see him. It's like, no, we can see the one that tricked us. You can't. No, you're the one who's tricked. That's the concept. Baal going to flip it on you. No. See, that don't work. You the bad guy. Tell him. He is the bad guy. Okay? This is why your walk will start to become lonely. As I was talking with a brother, it's a struggle because now it's like, don't you see? You're like the movie, like I said, They Live. Put the glasses on. No, I don't want to put the glasses on. That's where we are with many of us. Some of us finally put the glasses on. It's like, whoa, oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, you see now, my Amona, put the glasses on. The world is not what you think it is. Oh my gosh. What do? We got to fight back. That was the difference between what Toko and Kimbangu were doing. But what happened with them, and this is what Masindisi said, yeah, but they're going to want to throw you into prison. They're going to want to kill you. Because why? That's the way Cain is. You see Cain going to kill you. No, you can't tell people I'm not the God of this earth. No. Stop them. That's the whole concept with the Matrix mockery. And they put Zion in there. And that was a mockery of our kingdom and their kingdom that Satan was doing. Mount Sioni, you see how he did it in that whole series. Lucifer was showing the world what was going on is that you're mentally locked into something. Like when even the child said, the spoon is not real. Okay? And when the one guy, I can't remember his name, said, I know this meat is not real, but I'm eating it and it tastes so good. So how did they do that? Neurons in your brain are telling you good is evil and evil is good. This is what creates a matrix of deception upon the world. And see, what has happened is the chameleon, you can't see him without the Mwanda, the Holy Spirit. So then you're going to get these people in religion, they're going to say, no, we see Lucifer. You sure? I don't think so. No, I think you, Alina, in your own, I think you got it wrong. That's what Masindisi said, like the days of Noah. Like the days of Noah is Isaiah 5:20. You're going to call good evil and evil good. You're going to think the Most High is bad, and you're going to think Satan is good. That's the correct context. But you're not going to learn this from the people who work for the wolf in sheep clothing. No way. That's why you can't tell people it's not about color, it's about bloodline. It's not about blessings, it's about curses. The world has blessings and curses, okay? Some of you are cursed, some of you are blessed. But they have flipped it, who was cursed and who was blessed. They are telling the world Esau is the one who got the blessing of Unsaka to be holy, to be the teacher, and Jacob was the dog, to be out in the cold looking for. Okay, this is what has now happened. That even when the Eastern Orthodox are looking at you, hey, you people don't see. But see what they have done, and this is what the Most High hates. You're fearing the one who kills the body and not the one who kills the body and the soul. So you're going along with Rome's garbage when you know Rome is a liar. And that's why he's ticked off at the Eastern Orthodox churches. Like, you know Rome is lying to us. Why aren't you standing up for me? So then you're no different than Rome. You're the same. Those 6 churches in the scriptures, they have decided we're just going to go along with the idiot because we, even though we don't like it, that's the schism in the church we're talking about. We're tired of fighting the beast, so we're just going to, no, you don't ever get tired of fighting the beast. That's why the Messiah said, I don't want the shepherds that are going to just be a hireling that when the wolf comes, they run away. I want the shepherd that's going to stand there and take the licks. Okay? So that they don't get to the sheep. This is what I want. See, and what happened with the Eastern Orthodox Church is they just said, okay, come on in. We're done fighting the wolf. Let Rome take over. Okay? No! That's not how that works. Fear the one who can kill the body and the spirit, and not the one who kills the body. And so now, because of these shepherds, the heathen now think that they know that they're feeding the sheep when all they're doing is working for the wolves in sheep clothing, gathering wealth. And then when you expose that, oh no, we got to deal with that. Oh no, that's not going to work. Go get that guy. That's where the agents come in. Because the crooks are trying to keep what they stole, and they're sending out the watchdogs, the dog gods. Get them, sick them. Because Cain had a dog. If you now know Cain had a dog, go sick him. You the man, that's man's best friend right there. And many Christians didn't know Cain had a dog. Huh? Oh no, don't listen to that guy. No, Anubis is Cain's dog. Now he out there sicking him. Sick him. Go get him. Go get him, boy. Kill these people that's exposing me. That was the issue with anyone. And this is how our own people hated the Most High. Because we started thinking like Cain. Sick him. No, the Most High didn't. Go get him, boy. Okay? We sent out the dogs and hunting our own people. Kill this guy. Kill that woman. Because we were corrupted. That's why when it says the devil comes to kill, maim, and destroy, it's because he don't want anybody telling him what to do. That's our flesh. Oh, but he gonna make you think you're telling him what to do. That's the issue. He don't want anybody to really have the connection with the Father that he didn't get to have anymore. But he gonna make you think, abracadabra, you know the Most High. Yeah, right. And see, he knew all along Watch for the people that can expose me. Okay? And make sure nobody believes them. Shh, shh, shh. Go, 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 go. When the scripture talks about the tares among the wheat, that's the concept. Don't tell them that you're planting tares. Shh, shh. That's why he said, while men are sleeping, that means sleeping means you're under a trance. You're la-la. Put them in la-la land. La-la, la-la. Because he knew the Kikonga word for sleep is la-la. Let me show you. You're going to go rock-a-bye, baby. La-la. Okay? Sleeping. Kulala. La-la. Kuleka. Kuleka or kulala. Okay? Inki, Ntangu, Mpisambu na Inki Baklistu. See, we didn't say Christians, it was Baklistu. And that was an L, not an R. Ya Kupakulama, Kulalaka Kwabo, na Mutindu Mosi Yam Kimpeve. When and why did anointed go to sleep as it were? So now, who is really anointed? It says, look, said, they went to sleep. When did you go to sleep? When you thought the sorcerer was the Messiah. How long ago did that happen? Oh, how long ago did that happen? That's the trick. The people that work for the devil and don't tell you is that's what they're hiding. They're not telling you when you went to sleep or how you went to sleep. That is the role of the wolf in the sheep clothing. Don't let them know they're really asleep. And how long you've been asleep. That's the kundalini. That is the snake, the guardian snake. Don't tell them how long they've been sleeping. You've been ripped. I'm gonna tell y'all, the Europeans have been Rip Van Winkle for generations of people. The Europeans were never feeding the sheep. This is why Europe turned into the monster that it became. Islam was never feeding the sheep. And for doggone sure, Judaism was never feeding the sheep. That's why these three religions were fighting over the inheritance of the sheep. That's how they became enemies of each other. Our cross says we know the Messiah. Our crescent, our star, we have the inheritance. No, none of those things were, those were all pagan symbols going the wrong direction. Because the Star of Alba that she tricked us with is the one. The Star of Alba belonged to the Most High, not to Lilith. That's the trick. Okay? The dog star tricked you. Sirius. Stupid demon. Okay? So now, when you keep calling upon other names, but the one that can actually kill the devil, destroy his kingdom, he gets to devour, he gets to walk to and fro to seek whom he may devour. That's what the scripture said. Where are you going? How does he devour people? I'm the Most High. Oh, you don't see me. I'm blending. I'm blending. I'm in the, you don't see me. But I'm the Most High. Okay? I'm not the Most High. That's the concept. Oh, I'm gonna act. Oh, come and give the hug to me. Oh, give me the love. And the knife goes straight in your back. Okay? This is the world's problem. You're embracing the one that's stabbing you in the back versus the one who would never stab you in the back. You're always being backstabbed by the rich people. They got empty promises all over the world. Oh, yeah, come give it, do it. No, backstabbers. The wealthy people, that's what they are. And they even do it to their own people. Okay? They backstabbing each other. Okay? Lucifer kingdom is always about backstabbing and among other things we won't talk about. We always talk about, oh yeah, you're getting, when the people say, you messing me over. Yeah, you're getting messed over. Okay? See, this is the time where you're now going to find out the truth. We messed you over. We did you dirty. We did you wrong. Oh, but still love us. Oh, forgive us for that. Huh? That's why Kusukong with the Most High said, you people are blind. An idol worshiper does not get that. You have to stop worshiping the idol to get forgiveness. That's how it works. See, Christians are out here talking about forgiveness, bowing down to an idol. How? Oh, no, we're not. Fine. You don't think so? How many pastors you see raise the dead? That's the thing the sorcerer couldn't do. What does that have to do with anything? It has to do with everything. That means he's the God of the dead. Okay? Let's go back to the hypocrisy of Leah. He's going to specify that. Pull it back up. Yeah, watch this. He's going to say it. That's why this book is not in there. Remember that he has prepared thrones and crowns for you in heaven, saying, everyone, and this is why he says, pay close attention, everyone who will obey me will receive thrones. This is why we have to ask forgiveness when we're in the, when you get the spanking, oh, Father, I'm so sorry. Everyone who will obey me receive the crowns, and those who are mine. Then Fumu said, I will write my name upon their forehead, and I will seal their right hand. Now you're going to see why the beast is copying. He does the copy. Oh, the beast is going to put his name on your forehead and on the right hand. That's why they didn't tell you what his name was. They just gave you the number, but they didn't tell you the name. I'm giving you the name, and now you're going to find out. Oh, whoa, huh? Because he blended in. You're bowing down before Cain and don't even know it. You've been doing this. That's what the people are doing the vow of silence for. We work for Cain. Shh, don't tell nobody. Now that I'm telling it, no, kill that guy. Take him out. Anybody that tells you you're working for Cain, you got to kill him. That's why the Sanhedrin wanted to kill Uzziah, because he was showing you, hey, these people are Cain. Are you crazy? Have you lost? They're making the most, they're messing up the place. Cain has got you deceived with all of this stuff that you're doing. That's why you're getting cursed. The people who didn't need a doctor were those who were not bowing down to Cain and doing the Most High's way. Those who needed a doctor were the ones who were being affected by the disease of Cain. What the heck? That's how you were getting cursed. That's how you were getting sick. That's how you were getting destroyed. Because you were worshiping Cain's gods. Okay? So now he said, the Mfumu said, I will write my name upon their forehead and I will seal their right hand. That's why they needed to hide this so that they continued to take the inheritance. So then when you actually come to the harvest, or when you die, or when you leave, when you go home to the Most High, didn't I serve? Didn't I do this? No. Be gone from me, you worker of iniquity. I never knew you. You're always getting this when you go back. What did I do wrong? I thought I was doing this. I thought I was. No. You were working lawlessness because you listened to Cain's stupid, you know what? Okay? The world don't see it. The blind, when it says the blind leads the blind into the pit, the blinded people are blinded by the gods of Cain and the Canaanites that started it all. How did he giving up all the secret? No, kill that guy. No, don't let them know that. Get the dogs on them. Sick them. Go get them, Bingo. Yeah, you didn't even know he called him Bingo. Bingo, go get him. Bingo, go get him. That's why you blinded people out there playing bingo. They don't even know what they're doing. Okay, you bowing down to the dog god, and you don't. It's like, hey, hello, the obelisk is Cain. No. Okay, the Statue of Liberty is Cain. No. Libertas. His mother is the witch Maleficent. No. Woo, bibbidi bobbidi, bibbidi bob. See, they're starting to run out of power like they did in the Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz is about Cain and about Lily. Stealing the bride. And then mocking the lion, the coward. The cry. He's crying because we stole his bride. Okay? I'm scared. The Cindy's never been scared of the devil. You kidding me? This is a mockery. Follow the yellow brick road. You are the yellow. They walking on you. You the yellow brick road. We don't even know. You the gold and the silver. Like the Most High said, my people are more precious than silver and gold. That's what he meant. Okay? So now, neither will the son of lawlessness prevail over them. Prevail means, it doesn't mean he, like I said, Masinisi said, even the elect and the modified were made, if possible. No, he said, even the elect. But you will prevail over him by what? How do you prevail over the son of lawlessness? You see him. He's no longer blended in. He's not, you don't see me. No, you don't see me. You see him. Okay? That's what the Holy Spirit is designed to do. It's to show you who your enemies are. And then give you the path to avoid them. And how to defeat them. The Holy Spirit gives you that knowledge too. Neither will the son of lawlessness prevail over them, nor will the thrones hinder them, but they walk with the Malekis up to my city. Now, as for the sinners, they will be ashamed. They will not pass by the thrones, but the thrones of death will seize them and rule over them because the Maleki Kongo will not agree with them. They have alienated themselves from his dwelling. This is why it was so stupid for us as the Bakongo people in 500 and those to argue about the status of the temple. I'm telling you right now, if they do not recognize the high priest, this is going to be their demise. They don't even know this is always happening to them. Okay? There's only one perfect high priest, and the rest of them are being tricked by Esau to ignore him and continue to be like a pagan, like Paul said. We were more worried about the law than the spirit who wrote the law. That is what Kusa Kongo came to say. You more worried about the law than the spirit that wrote it. Hypocrites. You have to obey the spirit to obey the law. The spirit wrote the law. You have been deceived by who? And he said, and that's how you let these imposters in our kingdom that don't even belong here, and causing you to do the things you shouldn't do. And now here they have erased themselves out of they in the New Testament, when they rewrote it, they took themselves out of it so you wouldn't know the difference. Especially in the book of Matthew. They rewrote the Bible so they would go away. You don't know the difference. So when you read the New Testament, you wouldn't know that there was a group of Jews that were not the bloodline, and there were a group of Jews who were. That's how they rewrote it. So you wouldn't know the difference. Oh, we're the same. Okay. Okay. But the thrones of death will see they have alienated themselves from the dwellings. That's the whole purpose of why they kept debating what was going to go in the Bible. That's why they wouldn't let the Italians read it. They don't even understand that. The Catholic Church wouldn't let the Italians read the Bible because and that's why the Eastern Orthodox was saying, you don't understand. The Byzantine Empire was like, what are y'all doing, man? Do you not see what happened here? And even they were still being deceived by the fallen angels. Okay? Hear, O wise men of the land, concerning the deceivers who will multiply in the last times. You see that? In the last times, the deceivers who will multiply. What are deceivers? People who mix the pagan with the non-pagan, or people who just follow the pagan. Simple as that. But the people who run the world, you don't see magic, okay? So that they will set themselves, so that they will set down themselves doctrines which do not belong to the Most High. And that's what Rome did, and that's what the Western Church did. And that's why when I went to the Eastern Orthodox, they said, yeah, we don't follow, they follow the teachings that we gave them, okay? But they cannot be the ones running it. That's still Lucifer's lie. It's like, no, but Jacob has to be standing here, not you. Jacob doesn't go through Esau. Jacob doesn't go through the other nations and get rid of Esau. The other nations come through Jacob. This is the fault. This is what the world has been played by. You're sending Jacob to go learn from the other nations. That's an embarrassment to us. And then the one who's saying now he's Jacob is the one teaching you. He's the wolf. The God of Lucifer, the God of Esau, cannot teach you the Most High's way. It can't be. That's why now you're exposing yourselves to children to these doctrines that do not belong to the Most High. All over the world. In the schools, in the churches, everywhere, because you trusted that the wolf in the sheep clothing is teaching you the right God. No way. That's why you can never have peace. Setting aside the law, setting aside the law of the Fumu, those who made their belly their God, saying. So what does that mean? Okay, you eat your food or whatever. People take care of you. The Most High law doesn't exist. See, I'm being treated good. They're treating you the same way in spirit, like how a mother dog goes and feeds the puppies and gives them what they need, okay? However, you're eating from the puppy, a dog that will eat its young if it has to, if you're disobedient. That's the concept. The same thing with the pig. You're eating from the pig. You're eating from the pig, okay, that will take care of its piglets. But then if you don't listen to mama, you're going to get jacked up. But it's the wrong thing, okay? The fast does not exist, nor did Doctrines create it. Making themselves strangers to the covenant. So here's where the sorcerer comes in. Oh, you reading about the fast. Yeah, go do the fast of Daniel. You don't even know what the fast of Daniel really was. They lying to you. What was Daniel fighting against in his fast? Oh, we know in Christians, we're fighting against Lucifer when we fast. How can you fight against Lucifer if you're mixing the pagan with the non-pagan together? Your fast is worthless. You cannot be a mule and fast. This is what Rome did. Rome said it's okay to make a donkey and a horse and still be saved. You can put a donkey and a horse together and you're still saved. And this is what they've been running with for the last 1,700 plus years. You don't even know. And then when the protests came along, they thought they separated the donkey and the horse when you never did. No, you're still the mule. Just a different way. 9 different versions of it in the protest. Like I said, it's the Church of Laodicea. I said, here's the problem. All these 7 churches were supposed to be one body. Do you see that with Christianity? I don't think so. Because you cannot learn from the nations. You have to learn from the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in spirit and in truth. And you have to know who Jacob is. That's the trick. Lucifer blocked you from knowing who Jacob is. That's how the Sanhedrin, when he was talking to them, said, you teach that you have the Pharisees have taken the keys and blocked access. How did he do that? You switched around the spirits. You're no longer talking to the God, you're talking to the imposter. And the world doesn't know that Rome has secretly, this is what the secret societies are designed to do. You're staying linked to Jupiter, but shh, you don't know that. So you're never going away from the pit. You're always going to it. But they have made a system that you're too busy to recognize it. You're too distracted and you're too busy doing your own thing that they have conditioned you to. You're always in a Masonic temple worldwide and you don't even get it. Okay? Making themselves strangers to the covenant of Tatanzambi, robbing themselves of the glorious promise. So that's what I'm saying. You cannot fast for Jupiter and go to the Most High. No way. But Rome made you think you could. And then when the Christians protested, you never stopped worshiping Jupiter because the Most High sent his children into captivity for bowing down to Jupiter again. And they lied about it for 539 years. Our own shepherds have kept us wandering even when the Messiah came looking. We said, screw you, dude. We staying where we at. And they covered it up. Our own people sabotaged us to say, And then when people actually did find out about it, he still had people backstabbing him. Even then, he talks about it. Watch this. They all said this. All of the people who said we got backstabbed. Okay? Let me read this. From which side of heaven will Christu arise? This is Toko talking. The earth is surrounded by heaven. Do you know why you can't see it? Because you're talking to Jupiter. Okay? Then which side will Christu come from? We all don't know. Even Toko said, I don't know. Kimbangu said the same thing. So then how can they be the Most High? The Most High knows which side he'll come from. Okay? He said he would come as a thief. However, when we see the lightning coming from end to end, and when we see the word of Tatanzami going from one end to the other, know that the end is about. That's what we're saying. This is how they knew. When we started coming out with the nuggets that was exposing organized religion, that's when it said, oh, get ready. It's about to happen. But the Christians are thinking, oh, this is for us. This is for us. No, you never fed the sheep. Cain is a liar. Islam is saying, oh, this is for us. This is for us. No, you never fed the sheep. You never fed the 12 tribes. Judaism, oh, we're waiting on our Messiah to bring us our food. When they know that they tricked you, they always had you under the wrong guy. And then, of course, all the other religions are waiting for whatever the person told them was coming. And this is how you know you were dealing with an imposter. Like I said, and Fumu Yisu never said to wait for me. He said to be me. Do what I do and more. So that when I do come back, okay, I find you doing your job. And that's where the world has gotten led astray. The system you run, you do everybody else's job but the Most High's. Even in the church, no pastor is ever doing the Most High's work. They're not gathering any of the sheep of the Messiah. No, you are working for the wolf in sheep's clothing. That's why you don't even know that they are devouring the sheep and stealing from the tabernacle all over the world. Because the Most High's tabernacle is what? The earth. This is what he was trying to get our people to understand. He had a place where he gave us. We had a kingdom where we were, but that king's job and whoever was ruling as kings over the earth, all of us kings and queens, our job was to turn the earth back over to the Most High's way. Do you see that happening in Christianity? Heck no. They are not turning the world over back to the Most High's way because they are always breaking the law. Oh, the law's been done away with. No, he did not say that. He never said that. Okay? That's how you know you were working for the false Messiah the whole time. Okay? However, our Mfumu Yesu Kristu, who said that the word would have to go to the ends of the earth, which is Africa. Now do you see why they want to recolonize Africa? Because the word we're spreading is the word of King Congo. We didn't even know who that. We just thought it was a country. No. That's why they want to deny people this. Okay? Now, once the word of Tatanzambi has reached Africa, its coming is near. Now do you understand why it was announced to the Congolese people that you are the real Jews? And then that's when Israel had to go into panic mode. That's how they started the war with the Palestinians. We got to go red alert. Get them distracted with this. Yeah, they used it. You're going to find out Lucifer used the Muslims as the guinea pig to distract the people from the fact that we're telling you Congo is the creator. See, in Palestine, they're practicing Islam. That's not the Most High, but they're telling him he is. In Israel, they're practicing Judaism and Christianity. Those are the three frogs. But they said, no, none of these religions are feeding the lost sheep. None of them. So now do you understand? I told you they were going to do the left behind garbage so that the people, oh, this is Gog and Magog, and oh, here comes the Jesus, the tribulation. The tribulation period started when the Bantu people said, kick rocks to the Most High. That was the apostasy of the church. Oh, the wolves have been seeking. Oh, you see the lawlessness going on. You've always been lawless. You never were following the law in spirit and in truth. But they masquerade in it. Okay. However, now once the word of Tatanzami, that's how they know. It does not mean that Christ will again manifest himself physically. This is why Christians are like, you people don't even know. You stupid. How is the Messiah manifesting himself? Watch. It does not mean that Christ will again manifest himself physically in the eyes of all people in the world, leaving heaven and going to earth. But at his second coming, he will manifest himself in his glory and the power of his kingdom, what is called his second coming. He can no longer physically manifest himself in the eyes of men because they are anointed with sins. So the concept is the sinners will not see his manifestation. That's why they're going to be pretending with the blue beam. No way. But it can manifest itself in the intimacy of the hearts of people who reign steadfast in the faith. That's why I told people, you become Messiah. You're not waiting for him, because what's going to happen is his manifestation of his glory is to destroy the chaff. Like they did in the mockery 2012. Oh, the sun's going to bring the heat and burn everybody. They ain't talking about the glowing. That's why they're lying about what the sun is. The sun is a Maleki. He's going to burn your butt. Okay? He's going to be burning up things. Okay. Having enlightened the eyes of your understanding, so that you may know what the hope of your vocation is, and what are the riches of glory of your inheritance in the Basantu, Ephesians 1:18. Let's go about it. I told you, we are battling for the inheritance, and this is the war. He's not going to give the inheritance to the hypocrites. They already see what happened when they had it. This is the hypocrites are trying to keep it, while the Most High says, no, I'm taking it away from the hypocrites. You messed it up. The hypocrites cannot have the inheritance. This is what they have done. They've tricked you into thinking it's their inheritance when the hypocrites are lying. That's why they made it into how you made it how you did it. For this reason, ever since I heard about the trust in Mfumu Yeshua, take the H out. Remember the H stands for Horus, Yeshua, and your love of all God's people, who are all of God's people. That's why the apostles say, we are all God's people here. What does the Bible say who God's people were? The descendants of Abana, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob's people, Jacob's descendants. Those are the people who went and got the covenant when the Most High down brought the laws. There was no heathen, there was no who there. Was there Chinese people there? Okay. Was there Korean people there? Were there how many people of Japhet was there? The Moabites and all who was there? Okay. Esau is a liar. The only way you can be the Most High's people is you don't practice any pagan. That's it. That's why he said, even for the other nations, you don't do the pagan, you have a place. But you don't rule over the people who are chosen. It's a lie. Jacob comes first, you come second. But it's still like as if you get a chance to have the glory. You share in the wealth because you rejected the pagan. But what these people have done to you is you are embracing the paganism and you don't even know that you're actually harming yourself. That's the world's problem right now. You are now, that's why you're seeing people do exactly what he said in Romans 1:18 through 32. If you embrace the paganism, you're going to do wicked things. But thinking that you're holy, but you're a hypocrite. Just like the Sanhedrin was. They have turned you into them all over the world. Thinking that you're doing good when you're always bad. Okay? You're always following the Babylonian Talmud in every religion, including Christianity. In Islam too. The Mfumu Yeshua, a glorious Father, and the glorious Father to give you the spirit of wisdom and revelation so that you will have full knowledge of him. This is why you can cancel many Christians. They don't even have half of the knowledge. They only drinking milk. See, when you have the Most High's favor, you have full knowledge of him. That means you don't need to be taught by anybody else. You will walk into the classroom and embarrass teachers. You will walk into just like when that guy, the mockery when they did the movie Transformer, when he read the book and he said Einstein is wrong, and he started going up there writing on the paper on the thing, and the professor looking at him like, "Get out of my class." Yeah, that's how it works. They will want to kick you out because you will look like an idiot in front of everybody with his knowledge. That's the difference. The teacher won't teach you. You will teach the teacher standing up there. Who is this child? Where did he come from? How does he know this? Okay? That's our spirituality. You don't have to go into the church and be taught by the pastor. You will tell the pastor, hey, it's like this. Get out of my church. Yeah, they're going to kick you out. Why? You're going to make him look like a fool. You'll do the same thing to imams, the same thing to rabbis. All of them. They won't debate you. Why? Because they're going to look stupid. They know what they did. A pastor won't want to come into your home. All you got to do is ask him, who are the sheep you're supposed to be feeding just like that? Who are they? Pastor. Who are the Messiah's sheep that he's talking about? What do they look like and what is their lineage? The first thing they're going to have to go, they got to go back to the people that trained them. Askenath. Okay. What do I say? Oh, yeah, the Jewish people over there. Let's go look at their lineage, shall we? Oh, let's go look at Gomer. Let's go look at Yapet. Let's go look at Edom, Esau. Who are they? You're going to start breaking down the lineages and you're going to make them look stupid. So, of course, they're going to be like, I ain't talking to that guy. Who are they? That's why they came up with the overall term black. Wait a minute. There's black people from different, which black? Okay? I pray that he will give light to your eyes of your hearts so you will understand the hope that is called, what rich glories there are in the inheritance he has promised his people. Then you see the Christians all, get your inheritance, get your inheritance. How can you get your inheritance if you don't know who you're supposed to be feeding? Hello? That's where the wolf in sheep's clothing and the snake in the pulpit has robbed the nation. And they're lying about it. Malachi. Will a man rob God? What God are you robbing? You're robbing the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? How are you a part of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob if you're not finding the sheep and feeding them? This is the lie. Like he told Kippa, go find my sheep. Malachi, well, I think it's Malachi 2. Who is robbing the Most High? Hypocrites. Anyone. What I mean by hypocrites are those who are teaching the Creator to break the Most High's law and not keep it. Malachi. Will a man rob God? What God? The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Oh, but Christians are serving him. Yeah, are you sure? Because really what you're serving is Rome. You may not know that. Is Rome feeding the lost sheep? I don't think so. There is no protest anymore. If they tell you that, then the people will go running away from the churches. They know this. That's why they're not stupid. Don't tell everybody the protest is over. You kind of do it in secret or you do it in coding. They have you so blind in the church. I watched a priest came up inside of Hagee's church and said, oh, the protest is over. Then why are you still doing it in Hagee's church? If you're not supposed to be Catholic. Okay? Oh, I'm not Catholic. Yeah, you are. The dude came and stood. I watched him do it. We have all signed a return back, and there's people rejoicing. Oh, yeah! Rome is never feeding the lost sheep. They never are. Rome is not feeding. And the Eastern Orthodox churches, they know that. But see, neither are they. That's where they're still the hypocrite. The Eastern Orthodox Church, who are the 12 tribes that you're supposed to be feeding? This is where Magog is sitting there looking at us like, oh, dang. What did Gog do? God made it to where both them, God made it to where Magog and Gog are never feeding the lost sheep. And the whole world isn't doing it either. None of these religions are ever feeding the sheep that got scattered among the heathen. So you're always worshiping who? Lucifer. But you say, wherein have we robbed thee in tithes and offering? Tithes and offering to whom? This is why I told you, in the Christian churches, your tithe and offering is going to Rome. Rome is not taking it and feeding the lost sheep. No, they're not. If they were, the Messiah would be ruling and we would be in the inheritance. What is the inheritance? You cannot have any other religion on the entire earth if you are feeding the lost tribes. It will expose them all. Every one of these false gods will be exposed. We'll expose Buddha. We'll expose Christ. You expose all of them. They don't want people to know the truth because you're going to expose Christianity. You're going to expose Rome. You're going to expose Islam. You're going to expose all of these religions. Islam is not feeding the lost sheep of Tatanzambi. Who is that guy? We don't know who that is, right? Because Allah is the Tatanzambi is the one who sent his people into captivity several times. Not Allah. Allah was the god, was the female god of the Arabs. That's why you have a crescent moon as your symbol. You're praying to Ashira. Okay? They know this. Allah is praying to Ashira. And so is Christianity. You're praying to the Canaanite gods. Where you are cursed with a curse, for you have robbed me, even this whole nation. So here's what the world is. This is the Lucifer problem the world has. Every nation is cursed that is robbing from him. And they're lying about it. They're using it. Oh, this illness, this disease, this thing, oh, the floods and the fires and all. Oh, it's just Mother Nature. Mother Nature is Lily. Okay? She's robbing the Most High. Shh. Don't tell them that. No, don't believe it. She out there yelling, shh, no. She said, no, Lulu. This is a crazy guy. Lulu. When you're listening to the crazy woman, that woman is, oh my gosh, she is crazy. Ooh, man, that woman is psycho, Looney Tunes. But she's going to come nice. Oh, come, my child. You don't understand. The whole world is like the Hansel and Gretel story where you have the little children inside the witch's house, and then she's going to put you in the oven. That's what's going on. Okay? The whole world is like this. You are in the gingerbread house. Okay? You are in the gingerbread house with all the nice candy and the sweets and everything. Oh, come, my child. Come on in. And she's going to cook you. Her and her hubby, the cook. She the baker, he the cook. Oh yeah, we're gonna cook some nice dumpling. Who the dumpling? Okay. Who the pig? Who the cow? You are cursed with a curse, for you have robbed me, even this whole nation. What nation is Lucifer robbing? What nation? He is robbing the nation of Abana and Saka and Yakubi, Isaiah. He's robbed, or you want to say Israel? Fine. He's robbing the nation of Israel. Wait a minute. But Israel, they have the most. Do you see who the most wealthy people are? But they're not broke. They got, what's going on? That's why there's no peace. When you're robbing from the Most High, you have no peace. You cannot have it. The hypocrite cannot give it to you. Christians cannot bring peace because they're robbing from the Most High. Islam cannot have peace because they're robbing from the Most High. Nobody can have peace, not even the Hindu, okay? No one can have peace because they're robbing the nation of the Most High. You are cursed with a curse. So that's why they had to go and get the magician and make up all this science stuff about tornadoes, earthquakes, volcanoes, and all of this the stuff that they're talking about. You go believe in Tot. Oh yeah, you see the desert, the water heaps up, just like when he go to the Pharaoh. Okay, when the Pharaoh was like, explain this to me, what's going on? This is what they have done to the world. Explain to us why we get these hurricanes. Oh, well, the Santa Ana winds and the. I'm like, you people believe the damn stupid magician, the wizard. He got you cursed. America is cursed. Canada is cursed. Mexico is cursed. South America is cursed. Asia is cursed. Even the people in Africa are in a curse. The whole world is cursed. And they're telling you, oh, God blessing everybody. No, he's not. He's cursing the world because you got the stupid goat god tricking you. Okay? Bring ye the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house, and prove me now with the Mfumu will not open you the window. See, if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour out your blessing, there shall not be room enough to receive it. Hello. That's why I told you, you cannot be broke as a Christian if you are bringing the tithes and the offering into the Most High storehouse. You can't be. If you're feeding the lost sheep and you're not robbing his nation, he's going to tell you you have more blessings than you can receive. That's why now the thief is out there running interference, because what will happen is his storehouses are going to get empty and the Most High storehouse is going to get full. And then you're going to see who was who when it comes to who was the Most High and who wasn't. I will rebuke the devourer for your sake, and he shall not destroy the fruits of your ground, neither shall your vine cast her fruit before time in the field, says the Mfumu of hosts. Do you see now where you got played on this one? I will rebuke the devourer for your sakes. So what he's saying, if you're not robbing me, I'm whooping Satan's behind for you. That's what he meant when he says your enemies will flee 7 ways. Are Islam's enemies fleeing 7 ways? No. Are Christianity's enemies fleeing 7 ways? No. Is Judaism enemies fleeing 7 ways? Is he rebuking Lucifer for them? And he shall not destroy the fruits of your ground. Huh. What happened with the farmers in Europe? What happened with the farmers in America? What happened to the farmers in South? What happened around the world? The imperialists came and took, what did the imperialists do? What's going on in Haiti right now? What's going on in the Congo right now? What's going on in Angola and other places? What's going on in Europe and Asia? Now watch this, and this is how you know that the nation they want to call Christianity is a lie, because Christianity is multiple nations. Now watch this. And all nations shall call you blessed. Christianity is in multiple nations, but yet they're telling you they represent the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. When he's saying all the other nations out there that are not mine will call you blessed, meaning the people who did not come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Then how can the Christians be included in this prophecy? How can the Muslims, who are also in all different nations, now be included in this prophecy? How can the Judaism be included in this? Look at that. They got the state they call Israel, right? Is everybody calling that nation blessed? For ye shall be a delightsome land. Whoa, wait a minute. What does that mean? It means that your land is going to be so perfect, people will be envious. Everything will be in order. Everything will be nice. Everything will be good. Is that what's going on around the world right now? If America was following the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, then this country would not have any problem with their enemies. Not one. As a nation, if they were doing this. This is the lie. This is where the secret societies have done the woo, woo, woo with the goat god on you, the whammy, the wizard. Anybody who is doing as a nation the Most High's way, you will be the envy of all the other nations. But he says, who does this promise belong to? It doesn't belong to the Arabs. It doesn't belong to the children of Japheth. It doesn't belong to the Hamitic tribes. It doesn't belong to Esau or any of the other tribes that come. It belongs to who? The whole world is deceived. because Lucifer is making his world compete for what doesn't belong to him. And he's laughing. That's why anybody who shows up to point this out, now you are the problem child. Because they don't know the bride was stolen. That whole ritual, like I said, the runaway bride, steal the bride, all that type of stuff comes from the mockery of what Lucifer did 500 years ago. And the world is oblivious to it because he blended in like a chameleon that you don't know. He's playing both sides. That's why you don't understand the knowledge that's being taught in this world is harming your soul and not increasing it. Your mind is numb. Your body is struggling because you're in the opposite frequency of the flow you're supposed to be going. It's like your whole life, the river is coming down this way and you're swimming back against it. And you never turn around and go with it. Okay? That's what's happening to your body from the time you're a baby to the time you go. When you are a banabetu of Isolele, you're going on a current that you don't belong on. Everybody else is going wee down with the current, and your spirit's trying to go the other way. Okay? However, those who are going down with the wrong current are going over the waterfall. Oh, dude. Okay? The whole purpose of this awakening is we see the waterfall and we're trying to go the other way. Whoa, we're going this way now. Where are you going? And they're looking at you like, where is he going? What is he doing? Hey, there's a waterfall over there. This dude crazy. This is the concept of where we're coming to with this harvest. Everybody's been going over the waterfall. But they're going to say, no, we're not. You're telling people it is a train about to wreck into your face and take you out. No, I don't see no train. What are you talking about? I said, no, I realize I'm on the tracks and I got to get off. That's what happened to me. Oh, there's a freight train. See, everybody's like this walking towards a freight train. Oh, how y'all doing today? Everybody good? But you don't think so. No, see, we're raising our children. We're there. Hey, at the end of there's a train coming. All of these man-made religions are taking you down the track to the tunnel where the train's about to go smush. And you're saying, no way. I know I've had these miracles. This happened to me. A lot of times the Most High is sending out people that say, hey, you better pay attention. Like I said, I will expose, you can expose any pastor in with one question. What shepherd are you feeding his sheep for? Because the false Messiah has sheep too. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna play the song. Like I said, people, this is the whole concept is the world is waiting for something that is now going to hit them like a freight train. Because the reality is, it's like, no, you were not supposed to be waiting for anybody. excuse me. What you were supposed to be doing is your work so that when the return happens, you don't get thrown into the fire or you don't get jacked up. And I said, hey, you got people right now, they run into their churches on Sunday. There's a guy who even talked about this, and he still wasn't even quite right. It's like, no, you don't understand. The whole purpose of the church, let me make it clear, the whole purpose of the church was to unite, the Most High's kingdom and feed his sheep good grass. That was his will. Unite and feed so that they will become what? Strong and grow. That is the whole concept he was teaching his people from the time that they were formed as a nation. It's not about you, it's about me. It's not about what you want, it's about what I want. And we still didn't get that concept. And that's why we always got in trouble. And that's why the Messiah said, hey, it's not about what you want, it's about what he wants. And if you do what he wants, then you are always taken care of. Read this scripture carefully in Malachi 3. When you are not stealing from the Most High, okay? When you are not stealing from the Most High, you enjoy his offering. However, you're also going to be, because we're in enemy territory, they're going to want to make you suffer because the devil don't like you to steal from his house. Why do you see how the courts, don't you see the courts are set up like that? I don't see how people didn't notice that. You see how you get treated in these courts. Why do you think people get treated the way they get treated? Because the devil gets very angry when you disobey him and when you steal from him. More so, okay, he gets like that. But the Most High is more angry because you're letting him do this. Okay? The Tanzambi is now going to get his recompense against those that stole from him. He gave people time out. He's merciful. He doesn't interfere with people's free will. He never does. That's why he said, it's your choice. You can't I'm not going to make you follow me. It's your choice. But to understand that there's a consequence. That is not the case with the world elites. They said you have to follow how we do things. That's how you know that was Lucifer the whole time. Lucifer going to shove it down your throat. The Most High say, hey, the zombie's like, hey, this is your choice. You either do it or you don't. There's no in between. But just remember, when you don't, you're robbing me. Okay? When you're not doing my will or my way to help benefit my nation, you're robbing from me. That's the concept. Lucifer made it to where everybody does everything but bring the wealth back to the Most High. But he made you think that you were. That's why the world is in this condition that it's in, and your leaders are standing there and they're all puffed up with hot air. Oh, America, oh, Canada, and it's like all of these nations they're all drunk with the wine of the harlot, just like it says. No, they all working for the harlot. Now the kings are getting ready to turn on the whore. And the Most High is about to do damage for her eating his sheep. Okay? You don't get it. You've been helping feed the woman. Let me go to Revelation. Let me tell you exactly what you've been doing, and they've been lying about it. You've been helping her do this and been tricked because you're under the spell. Then came one of the Maliki with the 7 bowls and said, "Come, I will show you the judgment of the great whore who sits on many waters. The kings of the earth." He didn't say some kings. He didn't say a few. He said the kings, all of them. Okay? The kings of the earth went whoring with her, and the people living on earth have become drunk from the wine of her whoring. So here's what's been going on. I don't even know, from the beginning. Everybody who listens to the whore, you are drunk. You are not sober. Okay? And your leaders are the same way. He carried me off in the spirit to a desert, and I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast, filled with the blasphemous names and having 7 and 10 horns. So blasphemous names are all the names that are opposite the Creator. Everything but his name. Okay? He calls himself all, that's why I said, the devil has many names, and they're all blasphemous to the Creator. The woman was dressed in purple. Purple means sacrifice. And scarlet and glittered with gold. This is really where the color purple comes from in the mockery. We wore the purple for us to be kings. She wears the purple for her for sacrifice. And scarlet, red with gold. Why is she glittered with gold and precious stones? Because you're filling up her storehouse. And her hand was a gold cup filled with obscene and filthy things produced by her whoring. What is that? Everything that is opposite the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments in spirit and in truth. Meaning anything that he doesn't like, her cup is filled with. On her forehead was the written and name with the hidden meaning, Babel the Great, mother of whores and of the earth obscenities. So now you don't understand. The wealthy people, the 1%ers, who is their God? That's why her name is everywhere. Her image is everywhere. In different forms. It don't matter what color she is. Okay? She tricking everybody. I saw the woman drunk from, now watch this. I saw the woman drunk from the blood of God's people. Of Tatanzab, that is from the blood of the people who testify about Yeshua. You cannot testify for Yeshua if you are drunk with the wine of the harlot. That is mixing the pagan and the non-pagan together. You cannot testify for the Messiah being a pagan. This is where the world has become drunk. You're never feeding the sheep working for Cain. Never. All you're doing is raising Cain. You're not raising the Most High's kingdom. You're raising the dead God. So let me explain what she's doing. So with this scripture, she's taking the blood of the Banabeto of Isolele and feeding it to her children. Who are they? Let's see. He cast out sins in the name of Beelzebub. Yeah, McFly family, okay, because he's the Lord of the Flies. On once seeing her, I also decided. Then the Maliki said, "Why are you astounded?" Now watch this. And I will tell you hidden meaning of the woman. See that all the secret societies, they work it for this woman. Every last one of them. They are the ones helping her get drunk with the wine of the Basantu. Okay? The beast you saw was once not and will come from the abyss, but it's on its way to destruction. It's on its way to destruction. What is the destruction? For the end of the ages, Yakubi, and the end, for the end of the ages, Esau, and Yakubi is the being. Because Esau and Cain represent the beast. It's all one, and Nimrod and all the other false gods, all those Babylonian gods, all those Roman gods, they all represent the beast. That's why they say, "Oh, we don't exist no more. We're mythology." Even though you see them on TV, Wonder Woman and Batman and Superman, like those are the. I'm like, Superman is Zeus. Okay, the best you see, and not the people living on earth whose names have not been written in the book of life since the founding of the world will be astounded to see the beast that once was, now will not, but is to appear. Yeah, you have already been through this already. Everybody's astounded by the beast because who are they in awe of? It's going to make you shocked to see who that is. What dream do you want to be living? What's everybody trying to live? This calls for a mind and wisdom. The seven heads. See, the Masons who started America and all the other places, what did they desire? What do you desire? The way that they created. Oh, man, I know you're struggling. I don't know what to. Hold on a second. All right. So now, who, and then it says, okay, now then it says, the water that you saw where the whore is sitting are peoples, crowds, nations, and languages. That's why when you hear these Christians keep talking about, oh, the Most High can talk to anybody in any language, they're under the deception of the whore because she sits on these nations and tongues and languages. The Most High's language is not to be what? Commingled with the whore. That's why the people don't know. The English language comes from the whore. Among all the others. Did the Most High give people other language? Yes, he did. But he has a what? A holy tongue. A Basantu tongue. They know what it is. That's why they make us either not speak it or pervert ourselves with it if you know how. You don't understand. Okay? She is always going to pervert the Most High's way. She is always going to pervert the Most High's language. She is always going to try to steal from his nation. Okay? These are who are making war against the Mwanadimeme, the lamb. Anybody who is on the side of the whore is fighting against the Most High. And our people have joined on her side. That's why I said, you cannot trust everybody that they are not fighting for the whore. And they're lying about it. Or those who don't even know they're on the side of the whore. This is the problem. Many people don't even know they're on her side because they're drunk. But then when you point this out, no, that's the bad guy. And see, this is what's going to happen is that the Zami will put it in their hearts to do what he wills for his purpose. That's where we are. The nations are now doing exactly what he wants. He's playing chess with himself now. And the woman you saw, the great city that rules over the kings of the earth. What great city is that? I told you, they already have the 10 kingdoms, and they know what city that is. That's where the Wizard of Oz lives. Yeah, you don't even know. All right. Zola Quingi and Sambololo, Wizard Yahweh Kongo Kutwala. And we're going to play some music real quick, and then we're done, and I'll post this, and hopefully people will understand. We are there. It's time to put an end to all of this, and people are deceived. Again, I don't own the rights to the music. It's for it's only for the edification of the channel. It's not for me to profit from, and I don't have the copyrights. Zola Quingi, Sala Kiambote, Nzami Monene, Salama Ingeta. I'll put the song in there. We're almost done. Went 2 hours again. I'm so sorry. Okay, family Wakanda, all praises, Zola Quingi, Sambololo, and continue to fight the good fight because it's going to get harder. And we're dealing with that right now, and many people aren't understanding me that I know what they're going through. We're all going through the same thing, and our job is to, like it says, we're being strangled by the tares. Like it said, that's the part of the scripture where it says, wherein do we have tares? Wait until the harvest, okay? The tares are going to continue to pull and scratch and tear at the wheat for those who don't know that they have become tares. Ingita, Sambololo, Zola Quingi, Ingita.